Sagittarius, welcome to your reading today. Today, we're going to do a what's next, what you don't see coming, what's coming in your direction. Well, we have a little bit of yin energy. So the yin energy here, Sag, is a feminine energy, very passive energy, very reflective energy, but a very feminine and soft energy. Maybe intuitive energy is, well, in your energy right now. Let's see what it all means. Let's talk about you, Saggy. Alright, Sag, let's see what you don't see coming. What's coming in your direction? What's next? What's on the way? Let's see how you feel about it. We got ourselves... Well, I say the Sagittarius Collective deserves this shiznick. The Ten of Pentacles, that's what's next, baby. That's what's coming in your direction. That's what you don't see. How it's going to make you feel is... Whoa. Hello. As a star, the Ten of Pentacles. In Tarot land, this is fame and fortune. This is wish come true, dream fulfillment. Fame and fortune doesn't always have to be a rich celeb. You could just be fortunate and known in your industry, what it is that you do. Got a lot of money, got a lot of love, got a lot of wealth. All right, got a lot of health. Okay. What are you not seeing, or what's the advice? So I want to leave this last one open just to see what spirit guides want to say to you, Sag. Because, well, damn. That's going to be a very tricky card to get. You're going to have to give me just a moment, because this little setup over here to have my overhead camera is like crazy. I'm going to have to walk all the way around. Hold on, Sag. What's up? Okay. Cards on the table. Okay. I have returned. Hold on, Sag. Hold on. Eight of Wands. Okay. Incoming Page of Swords. What's paired with this? Four of Swords. I feel like, let's see. The Page of Swords and the Four of Swords, it's like you have an idea where you're thinking a lot about something. Could be going back to school. You could be learning something. Could be getting a download in meditation, right? You're meditating. You get a fantastic idea. What's the Ten of Pentacles? That's what's coming towards you. The Six of Swords in reverse. I say, what does it all mean? What does it all mean, Saggy? What is the Tower? The Tower and the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Swords in reverse. King of Wands. Judgment. Wow. I don't know what area of life. The Six of Swords is in reverse, though. There's a sudden change. A sudden, this is like sudden wealth. like an inheritance. You win in a contest, right? When I was a kid, we used to always enter the radio contest. And one time we won gold seats to see the Toronto Maple Leafs. We were like right in the front. Sap assigned Pat Burns' wife. Rest in peace, Mr. Burns. But his wife was awesome. So maybe you'd be winning something. There's a sudden change in your wealth. Okay, how does this happen? Two of Wands. The Moon. You've been making different choices and you have manifested this into your reality. All right, Sag, you gotta tell me, how is this applying to you? You see my call to action? Oh, that's what's up. I'm trying to get better at that. Thank you for your suggestions. I appreciate that. So, Sag, what you don't see coming is a sudden change in your finances. Looks like it's a positive sudden change in your finances. So this could be, like I said, winning the lottery, winning a contest, getting your dream job, signing that contract, getting that, you're a musician, your song goes viral here, you got 30 million views, I'm sure you're making a lot of money, honey. That's what you don't see coming. Can we get any more details, or can we specifically narrow that down just a little bit, or do you just want to keep it... Black cats flying everywhere today. That problem stopped a year or two ago. Remember? For those of you that have been here for a while, when I had a smaller desk, I was always dropping cards, but I got this beast now, baby, so hold on. Black cards flying everywhere. Don't give up. You didn't give up. Holy shiznick. Oh! Sag, this is just what you've been working on. I have, in the last few readings, I've really been sensing this and feeling this with Sag. We've been tested, right? I think one of the last readings I put out was, how bad do you want it? Well, you wanted it and you didn't give up, and now you're getting it. So definitely not giving me more of a specific example. It is leaving it a little bit more general, but I'd love for you to tell me how it applies to you. But you didn't give up, Sag. and not giving up on this goal, on this aspiration, finding a will, right? When there's a will, there's a way. So I feel with the Four Swords and the Page of Swords, it's like you meditating. Whenever I'm looking for answers, I jump in the bath. I just feel connected more when I'm in the water. But whatever works for you, you've really been digging deep to find those answers. You didn't give up on yourself. You didn't give up on this, which tells me there has been some challenges. But with that yin energy, I feel like your intuition was telling you this was the right thing for you. So get ready for, I'm going to say, everything you've been working towards here in the last little while. You didn't give up, Sag. And now it's going to come through and it's going to come into fruition for ya. How it makes you feel or how it affects you is the star. I say, let's repeat that. How it makes you feel or how it affects you is the star. Boom, 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 boom. This is star power. You're Mario. You got the star. You be shooting little fireballs here. No, that doesn't make any sense. The star just makes you invincible. You just running through Mario, just killing everybody here. Everybody's bouncing off you. They're bouncing off you, right? But it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like your wish is coming true. Page of Wands makes you feel excited for your future. The Page of Wands is a thirst, makes you, wow, makes you feel, you could be in a very strong position of leadership or influence here. Four Swords. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. What's that? What's this? Oh, you know what? I think I've said this. This is a type of energy where it's like, let's say this is a career. You started your own company because you got terminated from a job. You got blamed for something. You didn't do it. But it didn't matter. You got terminated. You got fired. You've been unemployed for 6 months and it has sucked. But now, and you know, for that 6 months, you've been maybe brooding, maybe mad, maybe upset about it. But now that you're doing better than you were, it makes it a lot easier to be able to let go of that resentment, let go of that anger towards that negative situation, right? Hindsight's 20/20. So you're sitting there counting your dollar bills, holla, or you're sitting there watching your bank skyrocket, or watching your views skyrocket, or watching the likes if you're on Instagram or something, and you're just looking back now, learning from it, understanding why it was that happened to you, why you had to go through that shiznick, and now it's like at that point where you can release and let go, because you're better off now, well, in the near future than where you were, right? That job you're making 20 bucks an hour, now you're self-employed, you're making 100 bucks an hour, baby. Can't even compare it. You're in a different league. So you feel good and you're understanding, and that's what I think is beautiful about this energy, is you're understanding why that happened to you, and you're seeing the benefit of that for you. And for me, once you can see that, then you can heal. You can truly let go, and you can truly release that negative experience and live in utter bliss of the Ten of Pentacles and the Star Cuts. Oh, this is bliss, baby. This is bliss. Now, Sajay, your message from Spirit Guides is the Eight of Wands. This is interesting, because this is, Eight of Wands is, well, it could be forward movement, could be traveling, could be uncharted territories, curveball energy. Let's see. What is it, baby? What is it? What do we got here? Justice. Whoa. The Eight of Cups is in reverse. Four Wands. Yeah. This is a curveball. So I believe whatever it was that happened here in the past that maybe you were holding on to, you were a little upset about, right? Let's say you got, you know, the example, you got fired from your job, you're pissed off about that. Ain't nobody ever happy when they get fired from their job, right? We want to leave on our own terms. That's right. So this is, you got stuck walking away from something that you didn't want to walk away from. There could have been regrets about the way that you handled it, or the way that it went down, or something that happened. But I feel it's more of just like you didn't want to let go, you didn't want to walk away. You really didn't want to have that experience in your life, but it was thrust upon you, you were pushed into it. And instead of giving up, instead of letting go, instead of getting down yourself or jumping into victim mentality, you went with the flow, you found a will, and now there's justice. So like with Saturn coming in conjunct with Neptune, with Aries, right? Karma is being served on a plate, on a silver platter. And for you, Sagittarius, and I got this in meditation, and as I'm saying that, maybe you got this in meditation too. The Knight of Pentacles, you know, that's the thing. I think there's been a lot of challenges with this, but you know deep within yourself that this is the right direction. You're going to get rewarded for your hard work, Sag. And with that karma being cleared, right, that Saturn coming into Aries, 0 degrees, karma's cleared. And if you haven't cleared it, whatever wasn't cleared is going to kind of surface right now to release it. And, well, so, like I said, it's a hell of a lot easier to release that disappointment when you were flying high in cloud 9, baby. So Sag, get ready for greatness. You didn't give up. You persisted. You were determined. You didn't let those negative energies, entities, whatever. You know what they teach you in the Kabbalah too is Okay, whenever I go to the Kabbalah teachings, I need to make it clear I'm not Jewish. I don't have a rabbi that teaches me. I believe books are on frequency, so there's just some, initiates and there's some books that I have on the Kabbalah. And what they taught us in the books that I have is that when you have those negative experiences or when you make a mistake or a bad choice, a negative entity attaches to you. It doesn't just come from nowhere because you're just walking out in the mall and just gets attached to you because it likes you. It's because of a negative experience, an emotion, a choice you made. But according to the teachings of the Kabbalah, once you alchemize that, once you let go of that, those negative entities, now they become guardian angels. Now they become protectors. So you had 5 negative energies attached to you. You alchemized it. Your dreams are coming true. Now you got 5 angels. Now you got 5 protectors. Now you got 5 beautiful energies protecting you as you're going through this alchemization. Don't even know if that's a word. Just made it up, baby. So Sag, that's what I got. That's what's up. That's what you don't see coming. Your hard work's going to pay off here. And you're getting everything that you desire. That's what's up. So, let's get some oracles. Let's see what they want to say. We'll jump back into the tarot. Yeah, they said potential outcomes. So we'll go, right now it is the middle of February. So we'll go to the middle of March 2026. However, this is a timeless reading. So this is whenever you're watching this reading. We'll go 30 days down the road, see how you do it. Now, we're going to go 30 days from when this starts to pump, right? When your likes start skyrocketing, when the bank starts skyrocketing, when you get that contract and you sign it, or when you win the lottery, whatever this sudden change is. We're going to go 30 days from when that happens to you. Ooh, she was happening here. All right. Well, what do you need to surrender to, Sagittarius? Yep. Your comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strength, your own attractiveness, and your own power. You have the power. Silence. That's what I feel. There's been a lot of that energy here and really tapping into that inner gnosis. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and it will replenish you. I want to grab the Akashic Record here. Maybe you've been clearing out some Akashic Records or tapping into some Akashic Records, clearing out. Sometimes we got karma from a previous life we got to deal with in this life. What's the Akashic Record message for Sag? What do we process? Okay. So it's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. You will come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. Well, crap, guys. I hope these are on camera. I put up a reading the other day, and I realized I was shifted, and you couldn't see all my cards. I was like, oh, shit. So, but my camera's like 20 feet up there, so it's not 20 feet. I exaggerate, but I don't want to... Anyway, I hope you can see all the cards. If not, I shall adjust for the next reading. But in the meantime, we'll go get you some career advice here. See if there's any wise words in the card. If this has to do with your career, which I kind of think it might. Oh, they want me to grab the bottom. Cutting ties. You might need to leave the current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. So go with grace. And offerings. There's definitely something being offered or coming through for you, Sag. You're going to be offered a new position or investment opportunity. So think about it and research it carefully before accepting. Make sure it's a good zeal. Make sure you're happy with it. Make sure it's what you want. All right, Sag, well, let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. What is wrong with my shuffling? You know what's wrong with my shuffling, guys? That's why I've been gone for a few days. I was cutting and I sliced a finger. Anyway, I sliced, like, it was really deep right in here. And every time I tried to shuffle, this little cut here would rip open and it would pour blood everywhere. So I had to let it close up. It's still irritating a little bit. Yeah, be careful with those scissors, Sag. All right, where are you in a month? Let's see. Okay, we have the World. We have the Knight of Cups. I was trying to figure out what direction they were in. I wasn't sure if they were reversed. I actually think I screwed up my potential outcomes. So when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's see where you are in 30 days from when this opportunity, this change, this shift, this, hit takes place, right? You're on the casino, you're swinging your thing. Someone at my local casino just won like 150,000. Could you imagine just like clicking your slot and winning 150 grand? And well, the only reason I know is because they were sitting right beside my mom and dad. So my mom and dad watched the whole thing take place while they were at the casino. They were on the wrong machine. All right, 3 of Wands. Oh, Two of Wands is in reverse. Okay. Where the Page of Wands. Yeah, there's still that excitement. We'll see what that is. There's... Ooh, okay. There's the opportunity. There's the other person, this King of Pentacles. The Strength. Let's see. Because there's the World and there's the Knight of Cups. So I'm going to say there's this offer, this opportunity, this contract, this, you know, however it applies to you, whatever it is that you didn't give up on. Let's see what we need to know, because the Two of Wands is in reverse, but what's anchoring this is the Three of Wands, which means there's still, let's see, what's the Knight of Cups in the, what's the Knight of Cups in the World? What's the Eight of Cups? Oh, we're going to have to see what happens. The Five of, oh, okay. Oh my gosh, okay. Wow. Sagittarius, I don't know what the hell you've been through in your life, but you do not have to go through that anymore. If this is your reading, these are the ends of your challenges, right? These are the ends of your problems. If money has been a problem and you've been struggling financially, it's not going to be a problem no more. Whatever that challenge was, whatever that struggle was, it is not going to be a problem, a challenge, or a struggle anymore. There's the World. There's the Wheel of Fortune. There's the Five of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Cups. So you're walking away from the problems in your life. I feel with the Knight of Cups in the World, this is your heart being filled with joy. I feel you're happy, you're content, understanding. There's this level of like zen where you have enough money now. If your car breaks down and you need a new gasket on your whatever, I don't know nothing about cars. Let's say your car breaks down, you need a new gasket or something. You can pay for it. It's not a problem. You're not going to be worrying. You're not going to take a bus. Like, you know, there's this element where those problems are settling away. They're moving away. Why is the Three of Wands here? Like you've been waiting for this. No more waiting. That's not how it goes. Can I remember the songs? You've been waiting for this. The same cards popped out, except for the Five of Wands is up right now, and they just changed positions. So changing positions will change the message, but yet it will still be kind of similar. You've been waiting for when it was like, when was this not going to be a problem? When can I buy my damn car where every 5 weeks I'm not in the shop spending $500 trying to fix this piece of shit lemon? I had a lemon once, Sag, so whoever out has a lemon, I hated that car. It was a Pontiac Sunfire, and it was such a problem. It was like I bought it, you know, the previous owner sold it at the right time, let's say that. It was the last time I bought a used car. Anyway, someone might have a lemon car because I'm talking about it, but it's about time that you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to deal with that. You've been waiting. There's the Six of Cups, so it's like you've been working so hard and waiting to reap the rewards, waiting for it to come through. And this is the reading that it's coming through for you. But I think that there's something unique or different, or it's not in the way that you wanted it. It might look different. So, because the Two of Wands is in reverse. So, let's understand that. You want me to explain it might look different. And there's the fear. There. Oh, no, it's not the fear. It's hidden. You don't know how happy this... Okay. Because it looks different than how you maybe pictured it in your head. I'm trying to think of an example. Like, the only example that's coming in my head is me. I always prefer not to use me, and I prefer to use, like, movies and shit, but... So you're manifesting something, like, looks different, let's say, because they're really wanting me to use my example. Okay, so for me, okay, I'm on YouTube, I'm a tarot card reader. When I started on YouTube, it was 5 years ago. Can you believe that? But it was my first channel, and my goal was to be a full-time reader, but I wanted to read for all 12 signs. Well, I didn't get to read for all 12 signs, it never happened, but I am and have been a full-time tarot reader. So I got what I wanted, it just looked a little bit differently, right? Some signs, they don't like me, some signs do like me, right? So we all see it, just tarot land, right? There's a lot of readers that are like that. So with the Two of Wands in reverse, it just looks a little different, right? Maybe 15 years ago, where your life is right now, this is not how you pictured it to go. But damn, you're really happy with where you're at. So you got your manifestation, it just looks slightly different than what it was, right? You did not expect to get fired from your job 6 months ago. The last 6 months sucked. So it's not exactly how you expected this to look or to play out. But it's exactly what it is that you want. So I think it's even better that you want. And with this Page of Wands, I'm going to see if it's a message, but it really felt like it's excited. You are excited. Maybe you weren't excited before. You were dragging your feet. You're trying to work. You don't know if you're going to get it, but you know you want to try. You know you can do it, but it's not happening. And, you know, you might have, let me just say, you got a little extra pep in your step. But is this a message or is this just excitement? Oh, we go find out. Three of Cups. It's just excitement. You're just happy. Hello, Emperor. You're just, yeah, you're excited. So I do feel you're in a position of like influence or leadership, or you just feel good, right? When you work hard and you accomplish something, like we're in the Olympics, and for those of you who don't know, my favorite Olympian is Mark McMorris. That guy's a beast. I love him. And he fell in the big air and he didn't get to compete. Now he's only doing the slope style. But he's appreciating that. It didn't look the way, there's my example. His Olympics didn't look the way he wanted it to look, but he still has a chance, and I know that man's going to get a medal. So he's still going to come out with this medal and just look differently than what he wanted it to look. But this is an element where you're still excited about it. You feel good because you didn't give up, right? Mark McMorris, when he fell last week, got his concussion, he could have given up and said, my Olympics is over. When Mark McMorris crashed into a tree when that's why I love him so much, he was snowboarding and he goes into the mountains, they call it the outbacks, and they like jump out of helicopters and they go down these things, I don't know, and he hit a tree and he broke like every bone in his body, his lungs collapsed, and then like a year later he went to the Olympics. Like, he's an absolute beast, but he could have given up on himself. He could have let go of that. So Sag, you're feeling like Mark McMorris right now. You're feeling good. You're feeling important. But most of all, you're feeling proud of yourself because you didn't give up. You could have given up. There might have been times that you've given up, but you didn't. And that persistence, that determination is really bringing in exactly what you want. So in a month from now, you feel good. And this is the feeling and the experience you've been waiting for. You get what you've been waiting for. We're not yelling, what are you waiting for? Because you're not waiting anymore, Saggy. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. Ah! Shit, sorry guys. That's going to bleed. Let's stop that. So, Sag, that's what I got. So I really hope you guys enjoyed your reading. As always, I forgot what to say. Well, for those of you who don't know, my name is Robin. Oops. And for those of you that are returning, thank you so much for your continued support, for coming back to my channel, Sag. I sincerely appreciate it. And as always, I do ask that you like, comment, hype the readings. It does help the channel, the algorithm, helps other Saggies find my readings. So thank you for your continued support. Let's close your reading off with your final message today. Yes or no? What's the final message for Sagittarius? Yes or no? We have two. All right. They're telling me to take the bottom one first. So if you asked a question and you just asked one question, the answer is... Oh, damn. Find your own answer. Oh, shit. All right. Well, let's rephrase that. If you have a question number 2, or if you've rephrased that, let's get the answer. Are you ready? Most likely. Okay, Sag. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.